to your weekly video announcements for Parashat Vayera. We continue our study and learning in the book of Genesis. This week's Parsha includes the story of the binding of Isaac, that darkest and most challenging of faith stories, and we invite you to come and be with us this Shabbat as we continue our study and learning of it. A big Friday evening celebration this Friday evening. 5:30, our youth group is having their annual spaghetti dinner. Please RSVP to the synagogue office and be with us. And then the youth group's also leading the service on Friday night. We're always excited when they do. They've written a creative service, and we hope that you'll be with us for that. During the service, we'll celebrate October birthdays, and we're having our first ever car mitzvah. Any young people who are in the process of learning how to drive or have gotten their license in the last year are invited to come for a special blessing. That'll be wonderful. And then after services, it's a cookies and milk oneg. So you're invited to come in your pajamas to services on Friday night. What could be better? Bring your kids. Come in pajamas, a beautiful evening, and then you can browse our book fair. The book fair is here for browsing on Shabbat, and then it'll be open on Sunday and Monday and Tuesday for your Hanukkah shopping. Hanukkah is coming soon, so we hope that as people of the book, we can buy up lots of books from our wonderful book fair, lots of Jewish books and other kinds of books, an incredible array of cookbooks this year, so we hope that you'll be with us for this Friday evening. Saturday morning, we have Torah study, as always, on 8:15, study of the Torah portion of the week, Vayera, and 9 o'clock, continuing our study of the book of Ezekiel. Services at 10 o'clock in the morning. Sunday, we invite you to come at noon as we clean up our community garden. We've grown over 170 pounds of food for local folks in need, and it's time to winterize the garden. We're going to be cleaning up a little bit, planting some crimson clover, which will help renew the soil for next year. No previous experience required. Bring some gloves, maybe bring a shovel, bring your family, and come and help out in the garden. Our president, Jen Cole, spoke on the high holidays of her desire to build more intentional connections between our congregation, and she is hosting a pre-service oneg on Friday, October 25th at 6 p.m. in her home. Jen and Matt are hosting folks for a casual dinner before the 8 o'clock service. You can spend time with members of your congregational family outside of the synagogue, spend time with our rabbinic intern, Adina Kemper, who will be there. We just ask you that you RSVP to the synagogue office, and they can give you details and make sure that Jen knows you're coming and give you her address. So that's on the 25th at 6 o'clock. The whole congregation is invited, but you do need to RSVP because there's limited space. Our sisterhood is having its Welcome Back event on October 27th at 1:30. Artist Nancy Katz will help the sisterhood design a chuppah, a brand new chuppah for our congregation, and all are invited. Mitzvah Day, a community-wide event of social justice work, is on November 3rd, and we're gathering new and gently used children's clothing here at the synagogue, and we hope that you'll come be a part of Mitzvah Day. Thursday, November 7th is an incredible program that we're helping to sponsor along with the American Jewish Committee at Temple Israel in Ridgewood. David Harris, the executive director of the American Jewish Committee, is going to be speaking on the subject From the Front Lines, Making the Case for Israel. I'll be there, and I hope that you'll be there as well. That's on Thursday evening, November 7th. Lastly, for now, I want to draw your attention to Kristallnacht, which is on Saturday evening, November 9th, and we'll be observing it at 7 o'clock here at the synagogue. It's the commemoration of the November pogrom in 1938 that in some ways marks the formal beginning of the Holocaust. In the interim, in the week before that, I will be traveling to Germany for the first time, where my family is from, and that Saturday evening I'll be sharing my reflections of what promises to be an intense and complicated and emotional experience for me as I go back to my family's roots. Kristallnacht is always an important and powerful service, and it's often lightly attended. We hope that you'll come and bring friends and be a part of this important commemoration. Many of our celebrations and commemorations in Judaism are joyous and wonderful and fun, and raucous. This is a different kind of commemoration, but I would suggest equally important. Come check out all these events and more. There's lots more things going on in the weekly announcements that you always get, and we hope that you'll be with us, bring friends, and help us continue to build a community of strength. Take care, and shalom.